We scaled our agency to over $200,000 a month and handled hundreds of fulfillment tasks every single month. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can fulfill smoothly for clients using our fulfillment operating system. And this will allow you to finally be able to have a streamlined system for your fulfillment so that nothing gets dropped. It will allow you to retain clients longer because you have a smooth system that you just put them through and you can actually get results for them. And will allow you to finally scale your team and work yourself out of the business because you have a clean system that you just need to plug people into. So what I see a lot, and before I built this, it was a madhouse when we were fulfilling. Everything was kept in my head. Oh, this edit is due. Oh my gosh, I got to do this for this client. And it became a madhouse when it came to fulfillment. And ultimately it was not organized whatsoever. We were risking our clients leaving because we were unsure on if we were doing everything needed to actually get the job done for them. And I was really just trying to scale the unscalable. The problem with this is I didn't have a streamlined system. I didn't have an operating system, a fulfillment system that I could work, that if I just fulfill and follow the system, that I can get my client from where they are to where they want to go. So really what we need is we need to build a fulfillment system. Something that I always say is that systems run the business and people run the systems. If we can develop a really good system, then all we need to do is plug people in to work the systems that we've created. So in this video, I'm gonna show you two different types of fulfillment systems. One's gonna be if you are a content creation agency, if you're creating content for clients. And then secondly, if you're not creating content and it's more task driven, maybe like a lead gen agency with no content, and give you a full understanding of how that works. So let's get into it. So first things first is we need to go to our operating system. And on the left-hand side, I can go to our fulfillment funnel. So basically every single month when I'm working with a client, what I will do is I will say, it's now December. We're going to have a strategy call once a month, and we're going to plan the tasks out for the month essentially. So I'll show you first the content. If you have a cadence, if you're like on a retainer, or if it could look like maybe you don't have a retainer, this would still work. But what we'll do is every single month we'll meet with the client and be like, okay, cool, time to fulfill for next month's content. So what we'll then do is we'll go to our fulfillment board, and what we'll do is we'll click on new page, and we'll go ahead and click on client month content. And what we can do is we can start to fill out our project. So let's just say this is Canyon X December. What I can do is I can scroll down here. I can select the client from our client database. I can say this is retainer, and I'm going to make me responsible for this. As we scroll down, what we'll be able to see is we will be able to see basically our task management system. So these are going to be all of the fulfillment tasks as it pertains to our offer and our team that's going to be helping fulfill it. So to make things really easy, I'll just say that I do 5 short form videos per month with this client. So what I can do is I can then pick these 5 short form videos, and I can click on that button and I can drag them to ready to script, for example. And then let's just say you do like some other tasks that are associated with it. Maybe it's like, I don't know, set up authority funnel, create the client portal, whatever it could be. You could also do this as well, task. But I'm going to ignore that. I'm just going to focus on the content fulfillment for the most part. So once we do this, what we'll do is we'll come up with the 5 video ideas, whether it's with the client or solo, and we'll just call this Canyon Video 1. And here's the 5 videos that we're going to make for them. And if I open this, if you guys are scripting and doing everything for your client, what you'll be able to see is all of the different properties, which we'll show you here in a little bit. But down below, we've created a pre-made SOP essentially. So let's just say you have a format for your short form videos that you want to follow, or a GPT prompt or a script, whatever. We can just simply store it inside of here. But the important thing is we're going to start assigning the team and the shoot and the editors and all that sort of stuff. So let's just say I'm the videographer on this, and let's just say we know that we're shooting this on the 23rd. We're going to shoot all 5 of these videos. The editor is also going to be me, just for speed. I like to switch up the edit date, know when I'm going to actually edit these videos. So let's just say, cool, we can edit 5 videos in one day. Perfect. And then the due date is going to be on the 3rd. And then if I'm posting for clients, if you're doing social media management, I'm going to include that in here. Let's just say I'm the social media manager. Then we know that we want to post these on the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. So really what I'm doing is I'm reverse engineering the due dates of everything for everybody that's going to be involved on shooting this. So now as I'm working on Canyon, if my responsibility is to script the videos, to plan the videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to script them directly inside of this card. Let's just say you script for your clients. Perfect. I'm going to do all that sort of stuff. Let's just say, cool, I made the script. we're ready to go. What I can then do is I can go ahead and drag these to ready to shoot. So we're assuming that the script has been added in here, or if you're scripting for people, perfect, then everything is here, good to go. Now it becomes ready to shoot. So now what we can do from a team perspective is we can go back to our operating system and I can create a videographer board. So the videographer board will be basically a board dedicated for a videographer. So they'll be able to see all of the videos that they have to shoot. So they can see anything overdue, anything to shoot this week, all that good stuff. From a videographer perspective, what they're going to do is they're going to pull up their calendar. They can see the shoots that they have planned, whatever it could be, and they can say on the 23rd, this is what I'm shooting. Before the shoot, what they can do is they can check out the videos, they can review the script, they can get like a lowdown on everything. So everything is just housed in here. In addition, this allows you, as you scale a team, to be able to manage capacity. And then when they're on the shoot, what we can do is we can have them reference this to make sure that we're knocking out the videos and we're following the script, we're following the guidelines associated with that specific video. Let's just say that this has been shot. What we're going to do is we're just going to go to shoot table here. We're going to scroll down to ready to shoot. Let's just say these have all been shot. Now what we do is we will drop the raw footage here. So this would be what the videographer would do. And they drop the raw footage and then they say, ready to edit, ready to edit, ready to edit, ready to edit, ready to edit. So now the videographer's work has basically been done. So now the videographer, they're not looking at the fulfillment funnel that we just created. They're seeing what they need to focus on, which if you have a team, like that's what we need to control is for our team, is they just need to see what they need to focus on. So if I go to video editor board, I can see on editing dates, for example, that we're going to edit this on the 31st. This is ready to edit. So as an editor, I can log in every single day and I'd be like, here's what I'm editing on this day, which as an owner allows you to manage capacity and be able to manage specific dates when something needs to be edited. So we also see like the due dates where we can see when things are actually due. What we can do then is we can say, cool, all these are ready to edit. Let's just say this is now ready for a review, let's call it. So as an editor, what I would do is I would go through each section. So we have editor details right here. So we can say, here's the raw footage. Perfect. If I go down to social media manager details, what I can do is I can go ahead and just drop the footage. So let's just do frame.io and I'm going to mark this as ready for review. I'm going to do the same thing here. Content URL. Awesome. Ready for review. I'm going to do this for all of the videos that we just created. So this is what the editors would be responsible for. In addition, one thing that I like with this too is like the editor can also see the script, any notes from a videographer perspective. And then if there's any like editor notes, you can add them there. What I also like is like right here, like double check spelling. You can add in some stuff there just to make sure that everything is getting done. So now what happens? They become ready for review. So what I'm going to do is who's going to be responsible for sending it to the client? Well, in this case, we're going to have the client success manager be sending it to the client. So we can see on the client success monitor board is if you have a client success manager, whoever is responsible for this, they can go through and they can review all the videos that are in the review queue. So if it needs to be like revised, perfect, then it goes into revision, which goes back into the editor queue. If it's good to go, then we can move this to ready to send to client. And then we move all that to ready to send to clients. So now after it's ready to send to client, this gets kicked into the queue of ready to send to client, where we can basically see what the video is and we can see the link directly to it. So two options for this. You could literally just copy and paste this and send it to the client via email. Alternatively, we have a built-in client portal here. So if we go to Canyon, for example, I can see the two projects we have for Canyon currently. And if I pop into their client portal, what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to go to something like content approval board, where I can see all of their active projects, everything ready to go. I can copy this into their approval section, essentially. And then what that would do is it would automatically populate onto their client portal where they can see everything that's ready to review. And they can just pop and see the URL. So I went through that pretty quickly just because not really the point of the conversation. This is a client-facing portal where they can make notes, they can approve everything, all that sort of stuff, which makes your guys' lives so much easier. So let's just say that the client has now approved. So we go back to client success. I can say all of these have been, let's just find our videos here. Go here. All of these have been sent to client. Client approves it. Now what we can do is we can put all of these in approval. So if I go to my views, I can go to properties, I can go to status. I can go ahead and copy all of these tasks. and I can move them to ready to post / schedule. Then what happens? Well, it gets kicked into the view for the social media manager who's going to be actually posting it. So if I'm a social media manager, I can pop this open and I can literally see, awesome, this has been approved by the client. This is ready to go. This is going to pop up on my social media board. And what I just need to be really just responsible for is I can open this up and I can make sure that we have the caption for everything. We have the content URL. We have a link to the thumbnail if needed. But here I can see like, okay, cool. I need to write these captions by the 6th. I can add these in. If there's a thumbnail or cover photo, you can add those as well. Perfect. But really what's amazing about this is if I can go to January, I can see here's everything that we're posting for that client. Here's the status. This is ready to post and schedule. On this day, all I need to do as a social media manager is pop this bad boy open. I can pull the content from my section, which is social media manager details, get the caption, get the content, get the thumbnail, and I'm ready to go. It is so easy to fulfill if you have a system. It is so easy to plug a team in if you have a system that you can actually plug a team into. If you do not have a system like this, then it's going to be near impossible to stay organized and be streamlined when you actually want to hire a team and want to be able to scale without just adding more hours to your plate. So let me just quickly show you how you can do the same thing if you're not a content agency and maybe you're a lead gen agency or it's very task heavy. So what I can do is I can go here and I can do non-content. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to say something like, I don't know, let's pick our client of Amazon tasks, whatever. Whether you're doing it monthly or if it's just like a running task list, it doesn't matter. So if we click on this, then it'll populate our task list essentially for that specific client. So now what I can do is I can create different templates. So you can, just how we did with the content, you can basically productize all of your tasks that you do for clients on a monthly basis that you're doing over and over again. And all you have to do is just drag them in here. Then what you do is you optimize this. We can say, I'm responsible for this, and this is a retainer, and we're good to go. This is going to be Amazon as well. Sweet. And I'm going to create all the different tasks here. So it'll be like create brief, write copy, onboard, send client approval, set up Google Analytics. Whatever the tasks are that you're likely doing on a recurring basis, you just need to create templates for them. And then you open this bad boy up and it will automatically have an SOP related to it. So the only real thing that's going to be relevant for this type of task is going to be the SOP internally, as well as who you're going to assign it to. So now you're able to start assigning tasks to people based off of what needs to get done. What should automatically be populated is the task internally. So then from a fulfillment perspective, we'll be able to go to our operating system and we'll be able to also see the tasks associated, and we can create specific views for each person as it pertains to the task that needs to get done and when it needs to get done by. And what's even cooler is we can roll this into a nice view where we can see all of our like fulfillment data, where we can see how many tasks are needed to get done. Are these overdue? Like how many projects are we working on? What's the status of all these tasks? All that sort of stuff, because the fulfillment tasks roll up into charts, which allow us to actually track things and see how our team is doing on all of our tasks, which is incredible. We can see how many are overdue, how many tasks are due today, how many things we need revisions, whatever it could be. And it all rolls into one and allows you to finally have the foundation and systems in order to actually scale. So a fulfillment system like this can literally change your business and your life, because infrastructure, from an infrastructure perspective, this is the key to actually scaling. This is the key to setting your team up for success in being able to finally scale past that $50,000 per month mark without it feeling like a freaking madhouse. So if you want to learn more about the agency operating system and how we can build this out completely done for you, go ahead and click the link down in the description. Otherwise, if you did like this video, you are going to like the one that we put on the screen right here, bringing down a $100,000 per month team structure for agencies. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.